Welcome to the Dansports.tips MLB preview show for today, the 1st of May. Close but no cigar again last night. Just feels like we're not quite getting that little bit of luck, that run of the ball when we need it. I mean, the difference in being in profit for the year and being where we are, as you can see with the figures at the bottom of the screen, it's a routine ball to third base. Throw draws Lucas Duda off at first, error, runner safe at first, bases loaded, what do you know, walk, hit, 3 runs on the board, and all of a sudden the Mets have won the game by a run because of 3 earned runs instead of winning by 4, bringing in 2 of the bets, and we'd have been ahead. What can you do? A lot of plays today, so I'm going to rattle through them quick fire. I'm going to start with the St. Louis Cardinals against the Washington Nationals. Max Scherzer has not been the lights-out consistent pitcher that we've seen over the years. He's allowing too many free passes, and the extra base runners have resulted in him allowing more runs and scuffling to an ERA over 4 at this point of the season. The Nats lineup is capable of bailing him out when this happens, but against today's Cardinals starter, Carlos Martinez, I think that is a little bit less likely, particularly at Busch, where Martinez has consistently been very good. And I'll be backing St. Louis today to avoid the sweep. The Detroit Tigers against the Minnesota Twins. Ricky Nolasco has allowed 4 earned runs in both of his home starts and against offences that are hardly powerhouses in the Angels and the Indians. The Tigers' offence is starting to find its swing somewhat and has boasts plenty of power with Justin Upton, Miguel Cabrera and JD Martinez and Victor Martinez. Trusted Mike Pelfrey, who will pitch today for Detroit, is a bit of a risk. He's had control issues of his own and has been hit hard a couple of times, though this is the easiest offensive assignment he's had of the year, and the Tigers haven't scored runs for him because they had been struggling with the bat. That looks to be getting into the past behind them now, and I suspect that we might well see a Detroit Tigers win today. I'm going to take the Philadelphia Phillies as well. This is an extreme strikeout match as Danny Salazar will pitch for Cleveland against Vince Velasquez of the Philadelphia Phillies. Salazar has been walking too many batters, unlike his opponent today, Velasquez, and while it is difficult to trust either of these offences, Philly has won every game in this series by a single run and appear to be playing a better ball than Cleveland are at the moment, and I'll take them to take the sweep here, probably by a single run again, to be honest. I did want to look at the player performance line at Paddy's, but 10 strikeouts for Velasquez was more than I was comfortable to take. Cleveland above average, but that was too many. In the Texas Rangers against the Los Angeles Angels, the Rangers just don't lose when Cole Hamels pitches. They've won 13 in a row when he's took the hill. Hamels has been outstanding every way you look at him, including against the Angels and their subpar offense this year. Garrett Richards will oppose for the Angels. He is improving somewhat after a rough start to this season, and he does have a solid record against Texas, limiting the hopes of this one so much, if you like. So while I do expect Texas to win the game, I'm not prepared to play the run line just because Richards has been reasonable when he's faced Texas. The Oakland Athletics against the Houston Astros. Houston, as we know, have started poorly this year. They've scuffled out the gate to a 7-17 record. They're looking to avoid a sweep at Oakland here, but they draw Rich Hill. That name used to make me snigger every time I saw he was pitching, but on what he's done this year, might be time to admit we were wrong. Doug Fister has struggled for Houston since he came across, and while he has had something of a rough go, because when he's pitched well, Houston have failed to put any runs on the board for him. I think today I lean towards taking Rich Hill. Richard Hill's had a couple of 10 strikeout performances this year as well. Houston have struck out the most of any team in baseball. So with the lean towards Oakland, I think we'll probably take the player performance line at Paddy Power, which is Rich Hill to strike out 7 or more batters and Oakland to win the game. The Seattle Mariners against the Kansas City Royals. The reigning champs are slumping as we speak. They've been shut out the last 2 games. Taijuan Walker will pitch for Seattle today. He's an excellent pitcher. He gets even better in the friendly confines of Safeco Field, and he started this year strongly. His walks and hits per innings is below 1 per, and that should play well against the Royals team that, while they don't strike out very often, they're not scoring runs at all. So Ian Kennedy will oppose for them. He has fly ball tendencies. That should also play well in the safe. but he has had a history of struggling against Seattle in this ballpark, and he struggled allowing 5 earned runs against a less potent power-filled offensive lineup of the Angels last time out. So I think I'd look for Seattle to score enough runs to cover the run line, with Walker pitching well again, and just continuing these Kansas City Royals woes into another week. The final game I want to look at today is Colorado Rockies visiting the Arizona Diamondbacks. Shelby Miller has struggled at home in Chase Field since the off-season trade from the Braves. He gets a lineup in Colorado that have hit him really well. Miller comes into the game 0-2 the year with an 8+ ERA. He's got an ERA north of 7 against the Rockies as well. We are going to have to trust Chad Bettis, coming off of his first defeat of the season. He's not a name you'd normally like to put too much trust in, shall we say, but from what we've seen this year, he has performed better than Shelby Miller. The Colorado bats are performing better than the Arizona at bats, and it looks advantage Colorado to me, so we'll play Colorado as well. Those are the plays for today. If you're having a play, best of luck.